The body armor you wear is weak and utter shit. Hey everyone, welcome back to the range. My name is Matt, and it's one of my favorite things to do, body armor test day. This one kind of looks familiar from RMA, but it's not the same. This is their new multi-curve, I'm not sure if you can see that from the camera, model 1155 plate that they just came out with today. This guy is right around 1.02 inches thick, a little on the hefty side at 8 pounds 5 ounces. For all of our body armor testing, I try to keep to as many N.I.J. constants as I can out here at the range. We drop test all of our ceramic armor on its face 2 times as a preconditioning test. We shoot at 45 feet and a 0 degree, that is worst case for everything. We use a giant clay briefcase as a backer here, and depending on the temperature, it's only about 60 degrees outside today, we get a representation of what back face could be like in an actual official N.I.J. test. This clay was actually donated by Chavant. Hopefully I'm saying that right. If not, someone correct me in the comments below. This is the RMA #1 actual ballistic clay. Compared to the other stuff I was using, it's pretty close. We use our Pro Chrono PAL chronograph, I think it's the DLX model, whenever it decides to cooperate for all of our shots, so you have that velocity. At the beginning of all of our armor videos now, we put a little spreadsheet of the rounds that we're going to test, so it kind of foreshadows what we're going to shoot, but then at the end I fill all the data in so you have a nice summary, and then based on all of your guys' requests, we actually do a teardown of all of these models whenever possible at the end too, so you can see what the guts look like. Let's get ready to rumble. All right everyone, we are ready to take our first shot with level 4 or RF3. I go right to the N.I.J.'s threat assessment for that level, which is M2AP. Now I have this loaded in 300 Winchester Magnum for the very reason that the N.I.J. calls for 2880 feet per second. M2AP in 30-06, even out of a 26-inch barrel with the surplus and some degradation over time, will not see that. Typically, I've seen anywhere from 25 to maybe 2750 on a best day for our surplus, so I have them loaded in 300 Win Mag for that velocity spec. Then I have a plus P plus round that should be right around 32 to 3300 feet per second, so really smoking hot. We have a Thompson center compass here, 24-inch barrel, got the JK Armament rifle kit on there. Let's see what we do. We'll go left side for the spec. Ooh, we're a little fast on that one. Now this is the plus P plus. Now that one's smoking. Let's go see what we did with these. All right, seen quite a bit of damage here. The King of Armor meets the King of Armor destruction. This was our regular M2 AP shot right here. And over here, somewhere was the actual hit. Maybe it was there. I was aiming here. So somewhere around there, there's some ceramic fragments that come back out of the plate that caused some tearing here. So far, my green nylon straps are surviving. Thank you, Patreon supporters. You'll have to forgive me because I am the only one here today. So if it's taking me longer, it's because I don't have a helper. What do you guys think? R.A.N.G.E. Our overpressure right through my brand new frickin' clay. Didn't make it out the back though. But there is a penetration right there. Now, that is a very unlikely, never gonna see in the real world scenario, especially at 45 feet with a 300 Win Mag. But our N.I.J. spec, 2880 feet per second, we were about 30 feet per second over that, and there is barely a bump in the back of that plate. That is pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. There is that penetration right there. Hopefully we have enough of this plate left to continue some of our testing. We'll probably place some more shots down here. Our testing would not be complete without 5.56 threats. We have a TC Compass 22-inch barrel, the JK Armament rifle kit, so we're going to see maximum velocity out of this. We have some varying 5.56 threats here from the King of Speed M193, that's a 55 grain full metal jacket. We have M855, which is the 62 grain SS109. It's got a little steel tip in there, lead core. We have M855A1, 62 grain enhanced performance round. Same 62 grains, the steel tip is a lot larger. We have a 52 grain Barnes TSX, all copper, known for going really fast. And finally, creme de la creme, $100 bill, yo, AP3 or M995 from NAMO. That is the 52 grain tungsten core round. We are actually going to shoot that first so we can see how it performs. The last round will be the TSX, then M855A1, then the regular M855, then M193. It's a lot of shots to put on a plate. Now, these testing are done in a demonstration, show and tell kind of thing. Real world, if you're getting hit with more than one shot on your plate, you should be getting the heck out of the way. And if you see a pass-through in my testing, that doesn't necessarily mean that the plate is garbage. I'm testing outside of the purview of the NIJ, so I'm creating the advantage for myself to defeat the armor. Going against an adversary, you don't know what kind of armor that person's going to have. So the M995 first, we're going to put that in the lower part of the plate. Really good velocity off of that. Now M193. Another M193. The 855. Another M855. R.A.N.G.E. Wow, really good velocity out of that today. And then our TSX. Pretty good velocity out of that too. Let's go see what we did. All right, this is where it gets a little tricky, folks, because of the material used for the cover here. Fragmentation that's coming off of here for the ceramic is creating additional holes in the fabric, so it's really hard to tell where the shots were placed. Now, this down here is M995. I intentionally placed some shots along the edge here. I do believe this is the A1 shot, and maybe this is the TSX down here. There's some shots down here. I took a still photo of this, and then when I'm back, I can look at the different footage that I took and mark out where I actually hit this, and then I'll put an annotation if I'm talking differently if we have a pass-through. Sometimes that's why it helps have a helper out here, but that's what we got. Place your bets in the comments below, mates. Ruh-oh, Raggy. See if I can zoom in on that down there, but that is a penetration from the M995. Now, we tested this a long time ago, and it stopped, I think, the 16-inch, but not the 22-inch, and that was a direct head-on shot. So this particular alumina thickness and the different materials used to make it up can't stop M995 at 45 feet from a from 22-inch from the maximum velocity that you would obtain out of there. But all of our other hits, no pass-throughs. I mean, you can feel little dimples on the back of the plate, but it's face, you know, the back face on that is going to be nothing to write home about. Even our edge shots, we are really close to the edge on some of these, especially that one, and there is no penetration at all. That is one of the advantages to this particular 1155 plate from RMA, as well as their single curve, is they have edge to edge strike face. You see when I do some of the teardowns on some of the import plates that there is a foam ring here, and they save weight by doing that, but you don't get edge protection with your ceramic like you do with this plate. I felt around for some spots to potentially take any follow-up shots, and there just aren't any. I mean, we could probably throw M193 at this while it's compromised, and it probably would still stop it. M855 may pass through because there's not a lot of ceramic left. As you can see, the alumina, which is the white ceramic, is all over my table. Sure could use a table sponsor at times. Here is our fabric covering that I've cut away with a razor knife. Here is the strike face of our 1155. Now, the NIJ 06 and soon to be 07 calls for level 4 plates, or I think any ceramic plates, to have a strike face foam protecting on it. So that's what this black high density foam is, and this helps protect the ceramic from any falls. RMA also includes a foam edge ring on the edge of the ceramic as well to prevent any corner strikes. So once we peel that away, you can see there's quite a bit of crack down here. I thought I could take a shot here, but it is cracked there. I took a lot out of this plate. This piece fell right off the M2AP plus B plus shot. Here is our backing material. I am not sure if this is ultra high molecular weight polyethylene, or if this is some kind of e-glass or like a fiberglass bulletproof material. It doesn't feel like the polyethylene does. It feels more fibrous, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure if RMA would comment on this video and tell us the exact material they may use. You know, that's proprietary to them if they so choose it. But there's our back. We've peeled the back off there. So not too bad. Our only penetrations were our plus P plus M2AP and our M995. I mean, otherwise, there's nothing that's into the backing material. The ceramic has broken up everything. Even the original M2AP, there's some, you know, there's a little bit of a dent there, but the backing material is unharmed. That was the plus P plus shot there. Interesting. Well, just like those pesky dinosaurs, I too will find a way to defeat any armor sent to me on my channel, because I am the king of armor destruction. We had pretty typical results with our 1155 multi-curve in our demo today. Our M2AP was stopped, and the back face that it showed compared to some of the other plates that we've tested in the past was nothing to write home about. Normally you see a good, you know, baseball or sometimes softball size dent in our backer, and there just wasn't anything in there. Again, the clay is used as a compressible media, and it has to be a specific temperature for it to accurately represent what the NIJ is spec'd out. But it's about 80 degrees outside today, and it's pretty soft, and we didn't see those big dents like we normally do in it, so that's a good thing. Our plus P plus variant, that's sometimes an unknown, but again, that's more of an unrealistic threat to come across someone with a 300 Win Mag loaded at that at full pressure at 45 feet. The same with our M995. There are so few examples of that available. Myself and Going Ballistic are literally the only two channels that ever have access to it that show it on camera, that you just don't know what you're going to get until you actually shoot it at some of the plates. Like I said, we shot it before a while ago at an RMA plate, and I think the 22-inch barrel is what penetrated it with a center of mass shot. RMA Armament definitely hits a home run with the price versus performance aspect of all of their body armor plates. Our 1155 multi-curve here, I think, is only $160 versus I think the 135-ish that the single curve is, and while it is not N.I.J. certified currently, they're waiting on the release of the 07 standards. The internal components are the exact same material as the single curve, which is N.I.J. certified. So you're getting a very high quality plate that not only from our testing can stop edge shots, but it can stop multiple shots. We've got good strike face foam protectant on the face and the outer edge to protect against any bumps and scrapes or nudges when you're transporting your armor or even wearing it. And because it's multi-curve, it's going to fit your body better and you're going to be able to move better in it. And I feel after wearing the multi-curve plates, it tends to take less of a toll on my shoulders and my body from supporting it all day. Well, folks, it's about time for me to mosey on out of here. I gotta take this hammer right here and pound my clay back into shape for the next body armor test. If there's a manufacturer that you all want to see tested, always leave me a comment below, or sometimes sending me a Facebook or Instagram direct message or even an email works better because YouTube doesn't notify me of all comments, and we can contact those companies and see if we can get a sample, because testing body armor is probably one of the most favorite things that I have to do out here when I'm not just shooting. As always, at the end of all of my videos, I take a moment to thank all those who help make these possible. After all, there's always news every day of channels being demonetized or terminated and anything, so I appreciate all the help I can get. Number one are my Patreon supporters. Number two is RMA Armament for sending us the 1155 for us to test with no strings attached. And of course, number three is you all for watching. Until next time, I'll catch you at the range. The armor you wear is shit. That only took 20 minutes to get that right, but I think I hit it home run.